Hey there folks, it's Barry's Best Honey. I'm Mike and I do bees. I do videos too. Welcome to Southeast Louisiana. Well folks, I'm on my way to go get the rest of the supers, and I just wanted to shoot a quick video, which is hard for me because I'm long-winded and I talk a lot and I drone on and on sometimes, but that's just me. I am on my way to that yard in town to pull the few supers that I have out there. I've actually extracted everything at home. So grateful. It was the grace of God and the favor of God that we even got the honey we got, because we got quite a bit. We got a very, very good harvest relative to what I thought we might get, and I'm going to finish it out with these boxes. Now, all the boxes have been partials and uncapped, and of course I checked all the uncapped for moisture before I would, I'd randomly go through each box if they were uncapped, and it all tested out really good. But it was a lot of small spots of honey, a frame with maybe a little bit of honey, and I'd use those to balance out the load. And it was a painful, one of the more painful extractions that I've done, and because it was just piecemealing it all together. But wow, did it yield something. Now it's down about half, but way more than I was shooting to get. I had a goal and I surpassed it, and I'm happy. So I wanted to shoot this quick video simply because I didn't use my HiveLifter this year at all in front of you guys. I did use it to move a hive or two last season. I moved some hives, not a hive or two. Actually, I moved quite a few, but I didn't use it for supers last year, and I didn't use it for supers this year. But I am going to use it because I'm by myself. It's very, very hot, and I am going to use it on a few of the very, very heavy supers that I got carrying a little bit of a distance. Not much, but it's a lot easier just to use that and roll them to the trailer. I'm not going to put ramps on the trailer, nothing like that. And there's not but about a few, I don't know, maybe 5 that are full, and the rest are pretty doggone light. So, but I figured I'd bring it along and give you a demonstration of it since I haven't used it this year. So hopefully I can make this quick and get through this 4-way stop without getting hit, and we'll put on a quick HiveLifter demo for you and show you what it's all about. Now, before I do that, see, I'm long-winded, I want to keep talking. I bought that thing. I did buy it for harvest. I did do that. I mean, because I remember moving supers by myself, and it was a lot. But then, I got people that helped me too. But one of the primary reasons there's not one of. The primary reason I got it was to move hives. When I move hives, I'm usually by myself, and I move 4 or 5 hives, and I put them on a dolly, I roll them here and there, and pick them back up, with this thing, I can just throw a strap around them the night before, get the entrances done the way I want, and then that morning I can go out, and it has proven so valuable doing this with it. I can just go out, pick up the hives, put them on a trailer or in the back of the truck if it's only a couple. It reaches the back of the truck, and then off I go. Double deeps, they're heavy, and I don't want to have to break them down to move them. So doing it that way and not having to use a regular dolly is a piece of cake. So that was the primary reason I bought it. But I will use it for honey, which is designed for either. It's designed for whatever you want to do with it. And I'm going to use it for honey today just to go put on a little demo for you. So here we go. I'll be there in a little bit, but it won't be but a snap of the fingers for you guys. All right, be back in a second. Well, here we are. And look at these bees. Look at the bees on the hives. Now there's 1 or 2 of these boxes. One for sure, I think that one for sure is empty on top. I put it there because I love that queen. She's a white dot queen, and I really like her. She doesn't seem to want to swarm. She likes to make honey, so I'd like to graft off her. That's a good queen that I want to graft. But this is a hive that was weak but made honey. But if they have any supers out here that aren't full, I am going to leave those this time for this yard, because I don't get out here that much, and I want to make sure I leave them some space just in case something's coming in, because we're in a different area a little further south, and you just never know. So let me show you what I got to do, how the HiveLifter works for me with taking off honey and not using bee escapes. This yard has done outstanding. Even the box, unless I under supered and I don't remember, everything is full. Wall to wall, like normal years. We're a bit further south. So I may come back out here tomorrow and throw some more supers on to just to keep them going. I don't want them backfilling everything, but if the flow's over, I don't worry about them backfilling the top box because that sets them up for the dearth. But if we still got something coming in, we got to watch out, but it should be over. But in the end, they did good. It's full. Well, there you go. One thing there is a problem with this is if your stands are too high, it won't go high enough. It'll lift 4. I've tried it. It says it'll lift 4. It's very, very sketchy. I would never lift more than 3. So one thing about this HiveLifter, it does take good handles. You got to have good handles because a lot depends on the adjustment. There's adjustment screws so that it'll center a box. Well, my boxes are all different sizes because some of them are homemade, some of them are not. So, and there's one that doesn't even have handles on the side. I can't use it with that one. But you got to make sure it's got good handles. Now, I lifted that box off and on the end, but you ever had that gut feeling where you say, just leave it? Some just tell me, just leave it. I don't know why. Just leave it. I don't know. Let me finish fuming these and you get the idea. That's my HiveLifter. I'm gonna wrap these all up real quick and I'll get back with you. But it does save some work. It's a little slower, but you can see once you get in a rhythm. I haven't used it all this year, so I'm like in no kind of rhythm. But when you get in a rhythm, it's not too difficult. You get moving, you get to fuming and grabbing, and it is hard to fume out of 2 boxes. If you had bee escapes, you could lift 2 at a time all day, 3 at a time really. But I don't use those because of hive beetles. I'm just concerned about them. So I'm gonna lift these last few boxes, and then this one I gotta lift by hand. Then there's a box like this that I inherited. That's got no handles, so you can't use it at all. Do this one the old-fashioned way. I did put handles on the ends of it when I got it. Not too bad. Got 20 minutes to get them all up here. Of course, I have to stack the couple and I have to slide them to the middle, but the walk back and forth is what really breaks me. So I'm gonna straighten these out. We're gonna move to the front hives. Only got a few up there that are due, and that should be it. Like I said, I had about a half dozen out here. But since the spot check that I did myself out here, they filled them up. Pretty amazed. This is a different region though. So we got only about 1, 2, really 3 boxes over here, 4. Key is not to bounce it when you got bad handles. Good handles, you can bounce it all day. A little old single, it did good. There's some good colonies out here. No queen in this one, I got an excluder on it. I'm gonna put a different super on here to give this single some room since it's so massive. It's a partially filled one with honey. Boom, done. Done, done. Pull this one. All right, folks, I got the one on the end ready to go. I got to pull this one, then I'm gonna button them up and go. So look, I just wanted to show you my HiveLifter in action. It's not the most super efficient thing. It is once you get going, but I got it mainly so I could transport these things, because I'll be honest, walking with 50 pounds back and forth to the trailer wears me out. Lift them with that, rolling them, taking my time. I'm by myself, I got all evening, no problem. So that's kind of why I'm doing it. It's hot. It's disgustingly nasty as far as humidity, so I just want to take you along, show you that. I do have a couple supers I'm leaving. You know, you get that gut feeling you need to just leave. So to go over that lifter, by the way, okay, so I got it from a fella named Boris Friedler from Canada. He is up in Ontario. He's in Manitoba, I believe. Manitoba. He has these HiveLifters. Queen Breeding Center or Bee Breeding Center, I think. I'll put the link down in the description. I'm not a sponsor of his at all. I like the machine. It does all right. It's not the, I mean, it's got its flaws, but I like it. The flaws aren't his fault. The flaws are my fault because I don't have correct handles. With normal handles, the thing works like a champ. Biggest thing is when you're over rough terrain, not bouncing them. It's supposed to hold 4. I put 4 on there just to try it, and it's very sketchy. So 3 would be the max I would go, but they have one bigger model than that. So that's a little plug for him. And you know, he custom orders them, or he custom builds them. Really custom, he builds them when you order them. And I don't know, I like it pretty well. When you get efficient again, it's not bad. So it's helped me today. I haven't had to carry but 2. Other than that, I may have to carry 1 over here. It's got some bad handles, but I recut grooves into all my boxes this year because the boxes I built or have a problem. But the only issue now is these get in the way, because that thing has to sit flush. So it's really not the fault of the lifter, it's mine. But these work good. I made them long so I could sit back off, but the problem is they rock forward, so you just got to take your time with them. But I didn't have to lift them, and that's really the key to what I'm doing here, is just not lifting them. So let me go get these last 2 full ones, or 3, I think it's 2 or 3, and get on back down the road. Just wanted to show you that. Well, all right guys, I sure appreciate y'all's support. I hope you enjoyed this little video. Just wanted to bring you a shot of the HiveLifter this season. If I move some hives later in the winter, I will let you know, because there's a chance I'll be putting more back there. And I got another property nearby the house I may put some, because I really need to thin mine out. I learned that with the slack flow this year, but who's complaining, right? I got a good bit of honey, way more than I thought. So you'll get to see it. But anyway, again, appreciate your support. It's Barry's Best Honey. I'm Mike, and I do bees. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful week. May God bless you. We'll see y'all later.